Beats. Villainous Beats.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Yo, everybody, what's happening? I feel like I'm missing lighting. Wait a minute. Hold on. There it is. Okay. What's happening, everybody? It is your man on the wall, Chris Fury, back with another episode Thursday night. Hello, everybody. Thursday night. Thank you for tuning in to Blurred's Eye View. You will love it here. Most people do. If this is your first time here, go show your love over to the YouTube channel. We've hit 400. So thank you to all those people who joined in and finally seen the worth of what we put out here. But thank you if this is your first time here. Go over, show your love to the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, show your love. You can follow us, go to IG, go to Blurred's Eye View, and follow us where all those lovely places you can listen to us and watch us, including Always Press Record, and very soon, Blurred Station. That's right. We'll be premiering our new show, the Blurred News Network, on Blurred Station. You want to tune in for that. But without further ado, let's get this thing docked off and separate from the dock and out in space. Lady Mandalore.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I need a new chair. I'm glad I ordered it today. I feel like I'm sinking.
I need to switch up my whole repertoire. It's not giving what I need it to give.
It's not.
I don't know how
popping
to fix it though.
Well,
No, it's better. It's better than me being in the closet like I used to be. No pun intended. Absolutely not. Literally in the closet. Oh yeah, happy coming out day, by the way. I think that was last week.
Early. Was it that week? Was it last week or this week?
Last week or this week? I feel like look,
this is how this
Comic
week
Con
ran.
has me completely jacked up. I missed a whole day of work. This being work. Yeah. So
look, I was at work half the day today until I realized, oh shit, it's Thursday.
I have been begging for Thursday for the last since I was born.
Oh my god.
It's been a rough week.
Our very own cinematic assassin will be watching us in the building.
Hi, Will.
Salutations.
Hi, Will. Hi, Will.
I know. But there's very important news I gotta throw out real quick.
Trey knows what I'm talking about. All his chairs lean to the right for some reason. Yeah.
Funko just had released an 18-inch Iron Man. Not my style. They were $150. The president or CEO of Vive or Vivi, don't know how it's pronounced, neither here nor there. If you have number one, minted number one, 15 stacks he's willing to throw at you right now. If you have one of the 50 black and gold versions, 40 bands. So, if you out there and you can hear my voice.
I'm sorry, what for toys?
5% finder's fee is all I'm asking. 5% finder's fee for giving that information to you.
For toys.
10% if you are.
For an 18-inch Iron Man figure.
I'm not going to make the joke that I want to make because I'm a lady. No, fuck that. The only
I was gonna
Indian
say,
toy
I
I
was
want in my life is not made by Funko. I promise you.
maybe not yet.
Good
Oh,
night.
God,
Good night.
no.
Good night.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was the last episode of Blurred's Eye View. Thanks to the spoilers.
Now, welcome to Blurred's Eye View After Dark. We're back. No, we have a special guest with us coming in tonight. Isana the Weird Spider is the book he's working on. He's coming in and he's going to talk about some great stuff. It's Greg Anderson. I want to say Elysee. Is it Elysee?
You just butchered my name, bro.
I just know. How do you say your last
You
name?
butchered two things. You butchered my name and my comic name, bro.
How did I butcher the
Ooh.
name? Hey, how did I butcher the Hold on,
Sir.
because it's a Nazi backwards.
Oh, Will dog, bro. Will, like, I ain't a part of this.
Well, you know, Will's only half here. So tell him the name of the book, and then tell me how you say your last name.
All right, cool. It's Nana. It's Nana the Weird Spider.
It's Nana because it's a Nazi backwards.
Yeah.
I
And
put an S in the front of that.
it's all good, man. Last name is Elysee.
Elysee.
There you go.
There it
You know, you gotta put that little French into it.
Yeah, because I seen the little asterisk, and I'm like, I wonder how you
stay.
I wonder if that's
Elysee.
I don't know. Elysee.
Mm-hmm. Nazi.
Greg, what's happening, man?
I'm good, bro.
You've got a pretty tight schedule because it's con season, of course. You know, so the minute you said, "Hey, I got an opening," Lady Mandalore is like, "Hey, he's got a spot." I'm like, "Bring him in."
Pretty much. So literally at around this time, I'm either just arriving or coming to my neighborhood because I train somebody around like in the evenings on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but he canceled for today. So I was like, all right, based off of the time that you guys are available, I can actually make it tonight. So that was
thank you.
Thank you.
Number one, thank you. Right.
Thanks for having me.
Number two, before we get into your book, because it's I have one of the issues because it was part of the Taco Noir horror box. And I've always wanted to get my hands on this book, and I was just like, "Oh, I got it's in the box. It's in the box." So there you go.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No,
What's happening with this place today, bro?
It's
so
Thursday.
sorry. I grabbed what I thought I grabbed, but you look. Everybody makes mistakes.
Here is so in Cinematic Assassins case, his mistake is on his foot right now. He's
wow.
I don't know what he did. I don't know whose foot he decided to break off in someone's back end, but
I managed not to insult the guests and I get dragged anyway. Just
look, once you're on the crew, it's once you're on the crew, it's like
one band, one sound. Sometimes it's a bad sound, but it is a sound.
Right. So
we are present, I promise.
We're here. Man, so yeah, I've always wanted to get my hands on this book. I finally did, and it's interesting. And it's a nice twist. And this is what I love about it, because when I first seen it, I'm like, it's a Nancy the Spider, like in a vein. So tell everybody what the book's about.
Well, the whole series is coming of age horror fantasy based off of the stories of Nancy the Spider. As you said, my character is his son, is Nana, and essentially it's the two of them trying to work together to stop creatures from causing chaos while trying not to drive each other crazy at the same time. And what I do with the series is use it as a way to introduce people to more Black mythological gods or heroes, because in school it's not really required for us to be educated on them. It's always the Greek gods, European fairy tales, and so on. So as the series goes on, each story you're meeting various figures and characters from African, Caribbean, African American mythologies, stories, traditional stories, folklore, and so on, just to showcase that we have our own gods and heroes from all our various Black cultures, and that we can do a crap ton with, and yeah, just having fun with that. And I'm learning about them myself every day. I'm practically trying to search different things,
Mhm.
and I'm just like I'm hoping this will encourage people to do the same.
This is there's a, I don't want to say it's a trend. It's not a trend. It's more of a reawakening. I like to consider it as when you see people with their books, like the indie books, and they're by black creatives, and just what you said, they're talking about the African deities, African American folklore, all of it, and we're seeing it more and more. Especially Castlevania is a perfect example. You know, seeing Annette in some part of her ancestors, and she's connected to Ogun, which is an African deity, and it's just like, oh, they're going there. I don't care if the races are mad. Make them mad. I don't care.
Yes.
It's like I'm here for this, and she's a badass. So, so this is what I like. I don't want to call it a trend. It's not a trend. It's something that, and like you said, you don't see or hear about our ancestors' stories. You always hear about, like you said, the Greek heroes or the Greek in the Greek mythology and everything else and European mythology, and they don't make it relevant for hearing our stories other than John Henry. I don't really think of anything else in school that you learn, and I think I learned about John Henry on a fluke. Disney. It was a Disney short. I learned about that on fluke. So that was it. Like by then, I was just like, this black man beat a train with two hammers. And come to find out, it's not a folklore. It's true. It's obviously embellished, but yeah, it's true. Like this brother really did beat a train. And so he did beat a train. It was a race. He beat the train. And
Yeah.
it's because the train's drill actually hit a patch of rock that it couldn't drill. And in John Henry's case, he was able to surpass that train and win the race.
Yeah.
There it is. A win's a win. A win's a win.
Win's a win.
So what made you dive into something like this?
So I tell a lot of people with this, I'm a huge Greek mythology fan. I grew up on it. I taught myself a lot of Greek mythology growing up. I remember when I first discovered this book for like a book adaptation of the Clash of the Titans movie, and I was just obsessed. I was obsessed with that. I was obsessed with Hercules and Xena.
God,
And
dude.
and my mom was just like introducing me to more Greek myth stuff, and she introduced me to a lot of the European fairy tale stuff. And it wasn't until I was in high school, I was an art major. In one of my art classes, they had a book on just various deities from various cultures. And of course, me being me, a Greek myths fan, I went straight to the Greek mythology section, and I finished that whole section. And then I got curious, like, yo, what else they got out there? And then me being from Haitian background, I went to see if they had any deities on the Haitian culture. And I was just like, oh, shoot, we have our own gods. And then I started looking at the other Black cultures and realizing, yo, we got a lot, in all these different Black cultures and countries. And I remember that fascinated me. At me asking my pops if he knew about some of it. Well, so a lot of the deities in the Haitian culture, they're pretty much associated with voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as people think, oh, Haitians they do voodoo, blah 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 blah, a lot of folks are from that country are very superstitious and against it. Because Christianity came, colonialism, the white folks, we know the whole story.
Right.
So my mom, being a superstitious Christian, was like, "No, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that." I asked my pops, and my pops was like, "Yeah, what you want to know? I know a couple of stuff." And so that I think led me to the path of me wanting to learn more about this stuff. And when I got to college, that's when I started to really notice, yo, like the difference between European literature and required literature versus Black required literature. So we had to take an elective, not elective, we had to take a requirement, which was Greek myths. We had to know that stuff. Needed to know the
Mhm.
classics as part of our requirements to get our degree. And I had to take an elective if I wanted to learn the Black version of
Mm.
this same thing. And so it was just like Black studies was its own thing. And when I started taking that just for fun. I was like, oh, I want to learn more about, some Black stories and Black authors and everything like that. And that's when from that class I started to learn about like more about Brer Rabbit and how Brer Rabbit was derived from Anansi the spider, and learning about the signifying monkey, and all these different Black cultural gods. And I'm like, yo, how come we don't know this? And I knew about Anansi, and so, but I was learning more about his story. So then sometimes I would learn particular funny stories. I'd be like, yo, Anansi is hilarious. And
Yeah.
I would try to tell my Black friends, I was like, yo, you know about Anansi the spider, right? And this was before the whole Landa Jones blew up with Anansi from
Yep.
American Gods. The common response would be like, nah, what you talking about? What's
Yeah.
Anansi?
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. So I was like, you don't know our like main most popular Black god. Because like to me, it was like even if I wasn't that educated on Black gods, Anansi I knew since I was a kid.
hmm
Like I would watch the Reading Rainbow. I knew like the little kids
Yeah.
books that we had. When he showed up on Gargoyles and he showed up in Static Shock.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
like I'm aware of Anansi at least. It was like you never heard of him, and I would notice the fact the folks who did know of him were either people from the Caribbean themselves or Caribbean backgrounds or West African backgrounds because their parents or grandparents told them the stories.
Mhm.
Aside from that, a lot of folks had no idea who he was. So I was like, all right, so if us as Black folks don't know them, but if I ask, can you name 5 or 10 European gods? Oh yeah, this person,
Shoot
this
'em.
person,
They
this
can
person,
shoot
this
them
person,
off.
this person, this person, this person.
It's
And so I
drilled
was
in.
like,
It's drilled in.
yeah, I was like, I need to change that narrative just a little bit, And so,
Mm.
given that Anansi is our god, the god of stories, and in a sense, it was sort of like, all right, is his legacy dying because we don't know him? So, in what ways can I continue his legacy? And it was just like, let me make this story about his son. So his son being his legacy, reclaiming our stories, learning about these various figures, and sort of modernizing them as a way of continuing on their stories. And that was the general theme that I had for Isnana. And so far, that's just been it's what I've been
It's been a
going
ride.
with. It's been a lot of fun to do that.
I can appreciate African deities and African American folklore because number one, it's just dope.
It's
Go ahead, Lady Money.
they're much more well-rounded
Yeah.
than the European, in my opinion, compared to the Eurocentric uh, deities. They've got there's a little more depth to them, or
Mhm.
I wouldn't depth. It's weird depth, but also specific in a
Yeah.
sense. Like they're very like, all right, I am of water, but I'm of this type of water. I am of the earth, but it's specifically for growth. You know what I mean? It's they're very much. Uh, it's very key. Like if you fuck up with the wrong god, you might have a backup with somebody else. So it's cool if you mess with one. Maybe you got the man, like I want to say like the manager or something down the street. That's a really poor way to explain it because it's not accurate. But that's I like. I don't have a lot of experience with those gods, which I am sad about. Um, but your book actually got me curious. Like you said, you achieved your goal. It got me curious about looking into them again.
when you hear, like, I think people are just hearing Ogun's name, not just through Castlevania, but Ta-Nehisi Coates' run on Black Panther, and I've seen it mentioned somewhere else in the nerd space. But Anansi the Spider, I've seen it, and you've mentioned some of the places where you've seen it. Like, I've seen, like, the superhero Anansi mentioned on Static Shock, seeing him and seeing, knowing that, and seeing, being in elementary and just randomly going to the library and saying, oh, there's African, gods, and it's always about a Nazi inspired, which also taught you lessons. That was the other thing. Like, there were lessons that were being taught, and at least in the form of the Greek gods, it seemed like, I'm like, it's a lot of infighting. Y'all fight a lot. What is y'all's problem?
Like,
the main lesson.
Yeah.
The main lesson in Greek mythology is Zeus, put your pee-pee away.
Right.
That would solve a whole hell of a lot of their problems.
You turn around, it was always baby daddy, baby mama
we
issues.
Love drama, though. We love drama. We love that.
Like, how do y'all do that?
Like, ooh, white mess.
White white mess. So yeah, it was. Yep, he was. Yep. So I can appreciate when it's starting. Like I said, it's a reawakening, right? To kind of see where we came from, where some of these stories came from, and finding out. Like, it's a stage. There's a method. I don't want to say method. There's a moment that's happening right now within our own culture where we're seeing, like, where we're from, where some of these stories, where some of these superstitions from our ancestors came from, where why things are done a certain way, and you start to realize, yeah, it ain't what the white counterparts or the napkin counterparts were teaching all this time. There was something before them. And like, you can't always talk about it was always the Greek gods. It was always the Greek gods. And we're just like, and don't get me wrong, like you, I loved Hercules, loved Xena. Thought that
I'm
was
entertained.
great. Yeah, exactly. Clash of the Titans is always fun. The Immortals is another one. So they're fun. They're fun to hear about and read about. Like Cinematic Assassin said, white mess. Hercules is a prime.
The little days of our lives with our Greek mythology.
Hercules was a prime example. He was just like, man, I can't stand. Why is my stepmama so mad at me? I didn't.
I'm the bastard.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him.
Not only that, but he done run through how much of the planet? Like, you mad at me? Okay. All right, Ma.
Jerry Springer.
Yeah, I'll take that L.
Jerry Springer would have had a hell of a time on Mount Olympus.
Oh yeah.
You the daddy to everybody.
Exactly. Between the Greek gods and the Titans, and I'm like, who is worse in this situation? Y'all are crazy. But I'm gonna sit back and eat for a while. I'm gonna watch this.
I have a question for our guest. We learn a lot, at least on the television side, about like show Bibles and all sorts of rules in these universes that may never even make the screen, but have to exist to build the continuity and congruity of the universe. And in that lens, like, a lot of times there is a thought as to where the project is supposed to end. It's just a matter of how we get there. Do you have an idea of where your story ends right now? Or are you just sort of okay?
I have checkpoints. It's more so I'm gonna call it checkpoints because I know where the story is gonna go. Like say right now, I would say I'm probably still on, I guess, Act 1 of where I want the story to be at. I have the one shots that came out. So from the Ballads of John Henry and Rawhead, Showtime, Birthday Day and Drums of Ogun. Those will be like a volume 3, and I feel like it's sort of setting up for what I want to happen. Like I already know in terms of when I introduce this particular character, this is when the shit goes down and everything like that. And this is where we get to that point where Anansi and his Nano are just like butting heads. Like so I already know where I'm gonna go, how I'm gonna get there. It's all in terms of how fast can I get there in terms of funds and trying to pay my artists to help me out with that. In terms of if how I want it to end, I want this joint to go on like till like
You got
after
some
I die.
Superman numbers.
Like
Yeah, right, right.
I want this to be on some like TMNT thing where it's like constantly being redone for like the next generation and stuff like that. As long as it stays true to the same core of what I'm trying to do and the character, um, I just want it to keep on going.
I think what makes it beautiful is that just one, the characters, there's a lot of story to pull from that no one's heard of or never read. So like you said, it can open it up not to just this generation, but the next one and those to follow. So there's stories that can be told because they're not being told anywhere else, except in our circles. And not only that, but you can do like offshoots from said stories, and develop stuff because once again, it's coming from its own place and no one else is touching that right now. Like how many times can, and don't get me wrong, like Lady Mandalore said, Superman, but how many times can Superman fight Doomsday or Lex Luthor or Parasite? How many times is Batman going to fight Joker? It was like, it's kind of an old thing, like, literally like, oh, this song and dance again, so it's just, at least with these characters, especially coming from the African deity side of things, you can pretty much tell anything, and still involve.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Bless you.
And still involve
No,
your storylines. They're
Yeah, like essentially, like that's how I feel about it. And me, I'm literally always learning something new. Like every time I go to a different bookstore, I'm always trying to see, okay, what books they got on like this Black culture or Eastern Africa's. Like one thing we don't really see too much focus on Eastern African uh characters and stories and stuff like that. And doing research and finding out some of the Black cultures in South Africa, South America. So I'm just like, oh, we have a lot there as well. Australia, we have a lot there as well that people aren't making stories about. So it's just like, there's just a well, and just thinking about all the various cultures in Africa. So we have all these countries, but then in the countries we have all these different tribes and cultures within. So it's like, yo, they all have their own particular stories. So it's literally, there's no limit for how many stories that we can do with these type of characters, and the main thing it comes down to though is doing enough research where hopefully you can do it respectfully, where some folks from there, if they read it, they might be like, okay, it's not too bad, versus like, why the freak would they do this about our stories,
it's not full disrespect. It's like, oh, it's cute. I see what he's trying to go, so it's all right to let him live. But
exactly.
Don't go straight too far, my guy.
If I could at least get that, I'll be like, all right, cool.
Right.
Do you? And forgive me, I have your book. I read it. I know I'm forgetting something, but I don't. So I'm asking this question with a lot of hesitation, clearly because I'm extending this for way too long. Do you think? Can you see yourself maybe doing some kind of like a battle between the gods, like different iterations of a particular god, like an African deity with maybe like the equivalent representation in another culture? Do you think you would
see
something like that?
I can it depends on how far I go with it, honestly.
Mhm.
I mean, I've already showcased that there are different gods from different cultures as well that's not even black that can show up. For example, in volume 2, there's a character who becomes like an antagonist for Isnana. In the beginning, it sets up that he's sleeping with one of Morpheus's daughters, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
And
Okay.
that causes Morpheus to get upset, because he's literally this character is literally going into his dreams to have an affair with one of Morpheus's daughters, and Morpheus is like, "You'll dream no more." And, and him missing
Let's
her,
stop that right now.
exactly, he's like, "You ain't getting no more dreams," and then he ends up going to Papa Legba to help. He finds out because Papa Legba is connected to this particular character, and that sets up this whole thing with him and Isnana and everything like that. So it's like I definitely have that opening where different guys of different cultures do show up, and like they're in that same universe.
Mhm.
And I did at some point wanted to play with the different aspects, because we know there are different aspects of, say, West African deities who do end up becoming a different god when you go into the Haitian deities, and
Mhm.
there's that connection. Um, so far at the moment, I haven't dwelled into that, but it is something that I have thought about, and or thought about how would I address that, or like do I make it seem like, oh, this god is still the same one, but except
Mm.
in this culture he's known as this, but
Mm.
I've yet to cross there. But
Yeah.
I am actually excited to see what I do if I get to that point.
I'm glad you mentioned Papa Legba because New Orleans talk is a lot going on, and that's our kind of our spooky place is New Orleans, because it's a lot of our culture down there, Haitian culture, African culture. There's a lot of culture in New Orleans, opposed to when you go to like places like Virginia or or
Not Virginia catching the story, bro.
Right, Virginia, minding their business.
I
I'm talking Roanoke here. I'm like, Massachusetts, Salem, Massachusetts. They got a big thing going, So I guess it's only right that we have our own culture to live off of and see and hear about and read. And is what makes it fascinating is because not just it can be told in any form, in any medium. Comics. It's been in comics. It's been in some movies. It's been in some television shows. And like, oh, I want to know more about that. Madame Laveau from it was on American Horror Story cover, and it was played by Angela Bassett, and it was like, oh no, that was an actual person. And it's like we were robbed because we never got the full separate offshoot of that character.
I'm sort of glad we didn't, bro. Honestly,
They couldn't afford her.
I
They
hate
wouldn't be able,
that.
they wouldn't be able to afford her.
Sir, you cannot have another Orlando Jones situation. That's exactly what would have happened.
That's it. Yeah, they're not equipped to handle. They're not equipped to handle us. I'm sorry, they're not.
They had one Negro. They had a one Negro standout audition. That was it. That's their quota. They went back to HR and said, we fulfilled this fiscal year.
Not only that, they were just like, yeah, we kind of blew our load getting Angela because it was like, we can't afford this woman. We can't. Like,
and that's when she was on a discount.
Yeah.
Shit.
That was charity work.
Oh, y'all want me back? I tell you what. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back. We got a little bit of news to talk about, and then we're going to talk about our main topic was horror movies with a twist of horror. So we'll be right back. To me, my blurs.
news just in.
Feeling groggy in the morning? Coffee just can't give you that pep in the step that you're looking for? Try Pop Starts for that great get up and go that adults need. Pop Starts has the vitamin and nutrients that only grown-ups can partake in, and with flavors such as tossed salad and scrambled eggs, and Jack Daniels and Bud Light flavors to start your day or end it. There's nothing better to wake up to unless you count that depressing cubicle job. Well, anyway, try Pop Starts today. Pop Starts is not part of the Kellogg's Corporation. Pop Starts could give you diarrhea. Pop Starts are not found in your local grocery store.
I was eating. What commercial? Hi there. This is a commercial break. This is your reminder to peep the podcast on all platforms and drop them a follow. And these are some more popular episodes that you can go ahead and check out after this one. Okay, I think I bought them enough time for whatever they're doing behind me. Cut it, Chris. Going back to my damn sandwich.
Shout out to Tafari for that one. So we got a special. We got some news. Got a little bit of news to kind of get out the way, and you know what? I'm just gonna get right to it. So as we know, Daredevil, what the Disney Plus had planned for Daredevil, got scrapped. They fired the writers. They let go of everybody pretty much. And Stephen DeKnight, who was the showrunner for the very first season of Daredevil, stated he was actually kind of glad, and he said he was not happy that the show was scrapped. However, but here's a little bit of information. The television shows that Marvel Universe were using had no showrunners. Kind of sheds a little light on some things now. You know, the way they didn't have the traditional type of showrunner that you had.
They just had executive producers and directors, but no showrunner.
Right.
Oh, they were just flying by the seat of their pants.
Yeah. Kind of makes a little, not kind of sheds some light on some certain things.
Wait,
some of them,
I thought they were. I remember reading they had showrunners. No,
they said going forward they will have the traditional form of a showrunner. They prior to that they didn't have like actual showrunners.
I'm thinking like, no, who's the showrunner for what the hell was it? The Scarlet Witch. I've never heard. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've never heard.
I think there was showrunners for Miss Marvel and Captain America and Falcon.
For Miss Marvel,
For Miss Marvel, I believe the directors,
they were directors, yes, not showrunners.
Yeah, wow. They didn't. They said up until now they had no traditional showrunners at the head of each television production.
Pretty much, because the directors changed. Because the only director that was consistent was Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only director that was consistent for every show of Miss Marvel, for the Falcon and Winter Soldier, for She-Hulk, for I'm missing another series. Each of them had different directors every episode.
Didn't Moon Knight had a pretty consistent set?
Well, one director directed 3 episodes.
Yeah,
that's the longest.
So that it kind of sheds some light on a lot of things. You know, Secret Invasion is probably is one that comes to light, because it's like, okay, did you really, while not a trash series, it didn't stick the landing.
Kind of explains a lot, though.
It does. it really does. I think out of their first wave of television shows that they had, I think they just kind of caught lightning in a bottle a couple times. and they kind of net like Moon Knight, Loki, WandaVision. You know, they kind of hit the nail on the head and just like, yeah, this is
That would explain Vishon so much.
Mm.
That explains Vishon right there. Vishon had to be a improv. Had to be. That was not planned. I'm just
Vishon is
saying.
one of the greatest things in existence, but I love Vishon.
I mean,
he
that wasn't them. That was us making up.
That was
Vishon.
us.
That was yeah. I'm like,
I'm just saying the palette was there. I'm like the scene was there. We just added seasoning. That's all we did.
Look, I will stand on this hill. Vishon is from Wakanda because his body is vibranium. So technically,
he's black.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tafari. Thank you, Tafari. The line that'll never get old.
What is drip if not swag persevering?
See, they had a black showrunner. They could have had a season 2 out of it, maybe.
Yeah,
they would have had Drake playing in the background though.
But see, now it makes it Drake. Good Lord, not Drake, but it
Aubrey.
He needs to be unseated. Somebody said, "Please bring Michael back." So it does. It really does make a lot of sense when you really look back at all the shows. While all entertaining, all the MCU shows are entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
But now it really kind of makes sense. Like, oh, y'all just were cutting profit somewhere.
It's probably
which is why they couldn't stick the landing on a majority of them shows. I'm sorry, they were not landing right.
Yeah.
To quote Lady Mandalore at the very beginning of this year, consistency.
That's it.
I just can.
That's all I asked.
It's not a lot.
Your voice, but that's pretty much it.
It's not a lot.
It feels like they might have been victims of their own success, where maybe because of Corona or whatever, they tried to be more flexible, and then like they got away with it. Yeah. The first few shows, and they're like, "Hey, we don't actually need traditional showrunners. We're still good. We're solid." Yeah. And then that formula didn't actually pan out over time.
Fair point.
That's a fair assessment. That's that because Corona didn't. I mean, look how long it took for Falcon and Winter Soldier to drop. Yeah. You know, it got delayed. Like WandaVision was supposed to have 10 episodes. It ended up having 9. You know, Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to have, I think that went 9 episodes, and it was supposed to have 10.
I mean, Agatha and the Coven was supposed to come out right about now, and they got pushed back. So
yeah. It's a lot, and now that you know, with the coronavirus and then the WGA strike and the SAG-AFTRA strike, so it's been a lot of. We've only really had a year of shows getting thrown out because 2 years prior to that, they couldn't shoot, and now you had the strike, and that's going on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the thing. It's kind of the thing. So. Speaking of MCU, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is considered not canon.
Yeah, why would you pick up that dumpster fire? There's no way you can fit any of the stuff that they shoehorned in. Like after the second season, who's touching that? I'm not fixing that. Sell that car. Get rid of it. Break it down for parts.
Damn. It went what, 7 seasons? Yeah, it went 7 seasons.
Yeah.
First 2, maybe 3 seasons. Okay. Season 4, 3 was kind of the drop off. 4 was definitely the drop. I can't even tell you what happened in the 4th season. 5 tried to pick it up. 6 was bringing it back around. 7 was like, we got to stick this. We got to land this plane because
7 was Evil Coulson.
Not so much evil Coulson, but
morally gray area Coulson.
Yeah, morally gray. Like he wasn't great value Coulson. That's a damn sure. He was more. he was morally gray Coulson. So I can see that.
So did that come out like it's an official statement? Somebody was just like, "Oh, by the way, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we don't care about that."
So according to the Marvel Studios Marvel Cinematic Universe, an official timeline. The official reference book detailing all the events of the MCU Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not canon to the cinematic universe.
They're going to make it
wild.
though. They're gonna say like that's an incursion Earth or something, because all these rumors about what's happening with Deadpool. There's no way that you're bringing back Ben Affleck Daredevil, but you're going to leave Phil Coulson out in the cold. Like, nah, that's not gonna fly.
Look, they can't afford. I think this is one of those things where you just take it and use it. I get the season where they did the Inhumans, not the television show, because no one recognizes that shit. No, other than Black Bolt, no one recognizes that show. But the whole Terrigen Mist thing and everything else, and they not really catching it on, because it was like it's right there, like you have it. Like Phil Coulson is part of the MCU. You can't ignore that.
That's what makes me think they're doing a time and a place. Maybe they're trying to strategically place Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where it'll make sense.
That's all I said. He says it was a timeline that got bombed last week.
It got pruned.
Please.
It got pruned last week on Loki.
No,
It still wouldn't. It still don't make no goddamn sense. It still don't make no sense. Anyway, Jesus, lady, hey, hi.
And so you can't have Nick Fury, who's already lost both his number twos at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have him ignore the fact that, okay, Coulson died, but you brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
You showed up on the show twice.
Mm-hmm.
So with everything else that happened after that, let's just say everything that happened, I can't remember what season it was, but it ended with them going up against Hydra and led into Age of Ultron. It picked up in Age of Ultron because they ended it with the Avenger Initiative. He was like calling Nick Fury showed up then. He said calling the Avengers Initiative.
I think he could work through Deadpool 3.
He could.
If Deadpool still has the time device that Cable has, and this is a reach, there is a way to make Coulson appear for a split second in a Marvel movie.
Right. As far as that, at least give us back Coulson, at least.
Hey,
and Agent May.
Yeah, give us back Calvary.
Fury got to retire.
Oh, we crossing over Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. now.
Fury got to retire. He lost Coulson. He lost Hill.
He lost Maria. His
he lost
wife.
Talos.
But he's always lost people up.
The first person he recruited to the Avengers, he gone. Like everybody.
He ain't got nobody.
Yeah, well.
Just gotta relax.
He has no one. He has no one. Like he lost everybody who was like his second hand. He lost them all.
You gotta go sit up and say just enjoy the alien cheeks now. Be gone.
Wait, Greg, do you watch any of these Marvel shows, or are you busy? Believe me, I understand.
No. I haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've watched maybe one or two episodes.
You're good.
You're
good.
I watched the FCU shows, but I haven't finished Secret Invasion, and I'm one episode behind with Loki, but I've watched everything else.
The shows that's probably best to watch, and this is just in my opinion, the shows that are probably best to watch as far as MCU is concerned, and I won't say Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it doesn't tie into the MCU other than having Coulson. It really doesn't. And Maria Hill showing up in the episode, and Nick Fury showing in like 2 of them. WandaVision is a good run. Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, Falcon and Winter Soldier is good to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
especially it always pays off watching John Walker get his ass handed to him. So that always pays off.
That just doesn't get old.
It will never.
I watch that scene just when I just want to see a white man just get his ass kicked. That just makes
listen. That part.
He said after the sweet tea brawl, he was just like, you know what? I feel like watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. I feel nostalgic.
Like, I don't know what it is. You're right. Since the Montgomery Brawl, that episode has been reviewed a lot.
You're right. You're right, Ben Blurred. Sif popped up in one episode,
Mhm.
and that led. I think did that one lead into Thor? I think that one led into Thor.
Yeah, let
Dark World.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they they hit John with like, "You're doing great, sweetie." They did hit him with that. They did hit him with the "You're doing great." No, he's not.
Disrespectful ass.
It's always the case.
They didn't
Always.
even have the serum. The white tears.
Oh wow, Lainey.
It really was
Tell
white
me I'm
tears.
wrong, though.
It was
You're-
that.
I missed
Who's that
you.
look at the feet? It's like the guy who was playing as the counterpart, the other black guy, I forgot his name already. He understood. He's like, look, got my ass whooped. I'm cool. Walker's sitting there like you could dang near play the end of the Incredible Hulk, the old TV series with the pianos playing in the background. Just put that with
And you know
him as
what?
he's sitting there.
That's Kurt Russell's kid.
Mhm.
That's
Nice.
Kurt Russell's kid.
Yep.
Snake Plissken will be mad.
He's like, if you don't get your ass back up and get back out there and fight. Oh my God. So yeah, it's though there's like I said, I can enjoy the MCU as a whole. I can.
Mhm.
I can also show up and say, this is good, but it didn't stick it, right?
Mhm.
You know, Ms. Marvel stuck it. It was fun. It was just what it was supposed to be. Moon Knight was a spin in a mental arena that is still unmatched. Loki blew it out the water.
Mhm.
You know, WandaVision was a dive into grief, and it still worked out. You know, so they have some. Werewolf by Night is just a fun one shot.
Sure,
You know,
yeah.
It was a nice throwback to
That's
the
probably my favorite one is Werewolf by Night.
yeah, and it's a
Yeah.
fun shot. It's a fun one shot, especially for Halloween. It is. You know, like you don't really need to tie it into main MCU stuff.
Mhm.
Maybe if you had Blade going on, maybe, but right now that's off the table.
We don't talk about.
We may not come back. Somebody call Wesley. He's still
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why not?
Man.
Why not
Don't do that.
Why
at
not bring
all.
back the OG? Bring back the OG.
No,
He's a little
Respectfully.
bit too
not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Respectfully. He's a little bit too OG.
Yeah, much respect.
Are him and Michael Jai about the same age?
Give or take a few years.
5 years?
Take
Listen,
a few years, yeah.
Oh, Google.
again, respectfully, it's not an age thing. Wesley a little interesting sometimes. I don't know if you heard all the stories about what happened on Blade
We've
3.
heard all the stories.
Oh, yes.
He's
Oh,
in full
yes.
character all the time.
Oh, yes.
He stays in full character. That
Yep.
man is
And
what
he
they call
was-
it.
He's seen it before we did. That's what it is. He's seen it before we did. He was like, I'm not opening my eyes in this scene. Y'all
Yep.
gonna have to digitally put them on there.
Horrible.
Insane.
Or you know what? If he doesn't play Blade, he can always play an older Whistler.
Okay.
I mean, he can do that.
I'll take that.
And still whoop ass. I mean, the man's a martial artist.
True.
Yeah.
So I'm not against it.
Oh, wow.
The voice cast for the Boy and the Heron, which is Studio Ghibli's going to be Studio Ghibli's latest release. Voice cast has been intense lately.
They swung for the fences.
They seen what Invincible did, and they said, let's see if we can top that. They got Christian Bale, Dave Bautista, Gemma Chan, who seems to be popping up in everything now. Willem Dafoe, Karen Fukuhara, Mark Hamill, Robert Pattinson, and Florence Pugh.
That's a lot of talent. Jesus.
She will always be Black Widow.
Safari, they got the free money card. They just let everybody get some.
Yeah, facts.
That's blank check. I mean, you got Batista, Bale, Dafoe, and Hamill and Pattinson. That alone is just
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
all the fandoms uniting.
it is. It really is because I'm looking at like Christian Bale
Jesus
is DC.
Mhm.
Mark Hamill's DC, Robert Pattinson's DC, Dave Bautista's Marvel, Gemma Chan's Marvel, Willem Dafoe's Marvel, Karen Fukuhara is from The Boys, and Florence Pugh is Marvel. I'm like, yeah, y'all kind of
Y'all
Actually,
covered the bases.
I brought everybody in.
One of them is actually both.
Yeah.
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 So I'm like, oh yeah, Christian Bale. Yeah, I forgot he did. Oh, we try not to talk about that.
We don't talk about that movie.
He was.
We should only because Christian Bale was one of the best things about that movie. So
Yeah, he was cool.
Him and Valkyrie.
We didn't even see one fight.
I'm still looking for him. I'm gonna keep my eye out for that.
We know. We know.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you.
Taiki Watiti, you are on my second in command's hit list. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a long time.
She did get one person off her hit list. And, you know, that was
he's a sheer goddamn delight, Mr. Chukwuewuji. He is a goddamn delight. He's a national treasure, and he's not even part of the U.S. That man should be reviewed.
We forgave you. We just didn't forgive the high evolutionary. That's what it is.
Nah, fuck that hoe. Nah, that nigga. He need to get. Nah.
You know that's how you know he pulled a Lawrence. He pulled a Lawrence Fishburne. We will always love Lawrence Fishburne, but we will hate his portrayal and what's love got to do with it. We will forever hate him in that movie.
That part, absolutely.
Wait, so
I got that motherfucker in the box.
What was the interaction? I want to hear the story. What was the interaction?
Oh, there was oh no, he made me cry my own tears in the movie theater alone.
I know, but
in
I
a
know
room
you
full of
met
people.
him, bro. So what did you?
No,
say?
I have no. Nah, in real life, no. This is all in my head. I'm having a whole conversation with that man in my head.
You sold that so real.
Imagination.
I know. No. By all means, please,
Do it again,
Mr.
Will. That was perfect.
Imagination.
Rainbow. By all means, come on the show whenever you want.
No, seriously, he's fantastic. Fantastic actor. I mean, he's been in Peacemaker and now he's been in Guardians 3. So yeah, fantastic actor. And he's British, which goes back to my previous theory. British actors just know how to bring the A game, no matter what they're in.
That's because of their food.
You said it's the food.
Yeah, like look, all them damn beans for breakfast. You're gonna reach somewhere to bring that out you.
I need you to stop.
And here I thought you love talking about the tea and crumpets. Like
boy,
bangers and mash be good though.
Oh, God.
Bangers and mash? Is that what's called?
Yeah.
Bangers and mash. Yeah.
What is that?
Sausage and...
It's just sausages and mashed potatoes.
Sausage, mashed potatoes, and baked beans.
I've never heard of
it. Bangers and mash sounds like a tab. I can't.
I can't lie. When I had it overseas, I thought the same thing till I ate it. I was like, I see why y'all dig this. It's actually good.
It really takes it takes the comedian Bill Burr to describe British food, and it cracks you up every time.
I mean, y'all can keep it. I would have run. I would have got on the ship personally and come over here and.
Oh no, that's exactly how he says it. He's just like he's like they said, "What's good?" He says, "What's good over here?" And they said, "The pizza." And he's like, "Pizza in England? Get the fuck out of here!"
I know. I'm sorry.
He's like, "No wonder there's a bar on every corner."
I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
Oh my god. So we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about our main topic: horror with a twist. You know, we all seen horror movies, but did you know they were gonna turn out the way they did? So we'll be right back. Running low on energy, long days and even longer nights. Tired of all the other energy drinks and bars promise you a lot and never delivering? Need to make it through work, but want a product that can keep up with your busy lifestyle? Want no longer? Try Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls. The balls that are so smooth and with a load of nutrients and vitamins to really get you up and bouncing off the walls. Made with all natural ingredients and healthy junk to satisfy even the pickiest eater. Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls are sold everywhere where you buy your junk. And now, for those who want that extra kick in the butt, comes Chef's Heavy Duty Chocolate Salty Balls with 120% more caffeine than the leading brand. Disclaimer: this product has not been approved by the FDA or World Health Association. Warning, this product is not intended for consumption by children, elderly people, or women who are pregnant or may become pregnant. You might even get pregnant.
Yeah.
Almost want to go into the Cartman voice.
Oh my god. If people could see our private chat, I'm just like beans on pizza.
That's worse than pineapple. No.
Oh god. So
go ahead, Laney. Go ahead. Go ahead, be on
Girl.
the fence.
No, don't you dare.
Stop.
Don't you break this
Stop.
sisterly bond that we've built so much together. Please don't leave me out here.
Not like my
Lord.
go-to, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
I got your back. I got your back.
She has been converted. She's been converted.
No, listen. It's not my go-to. It is not. But it's not the worst thing in the world. I will be me. It is what it is.
It's sweet and it's salty.
I'm sorry.
This is a judgment-free zone, lady. Just say that you like it.
Mind.
I'm not judging, but I'm with Lady Mandalore. I refuse.
I'm judging.
I refuse.
That is some oops. I'll put it on top of the garbage and some pineapple fell on it, and I might as well go ahead and eat it. It's not gonna kill me, type of shit. Who figured out that pineapple, cheese, and tomato sauce and bread was a combination?
Again, and not all can do it. And not
don't you put that on us.
That kind of feels like a freak accident, personally. Someone put pineapple on.
Here's the thing. I love pineapple and I love pizza. I love the two of them, but it just don't go together. It tastes disgusting.
No.
Like I said, it is an acquired taste. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, it's okay, lady. We still love you.
Let me that's some George Costanza bullshit. That ain't for me.
Carrie, you're gonna get an extra big hug now.
Verb says, can y'all share the commercials along? He means on the YouTube channel. If you haven't, I really like. Pop Starts is gonna be a thing. It's gonna.
You definitely should make that a short. You should make all of them shorts.
I'm gonna talk to Hanif to see if we can get some Pop Start boxes made. Just.
What I think it should be an Otaku Noirs exclusive.
That really should.
I really need
cocaine.
I'm still waiting on music.
It would be a thing.
You love Hamilton. Now watch Taking Cocaine.
You've had the rest. Now try the best. Speaking of Otaku Noir. Lead of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blurred's Eye View for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blurs across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 blurred mystery box company.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Product placement. It works. We do better product placement than the WCW.
Hey.
Damn.
Yeah, I went there. So back to our topic at hand. A twist in horror. There are several movies. There's actually quite a few horror movies that you cannot tell me you knew how that was going to turn out, right? You couldn't tell me who that person was going to live. You couldn't tell me that was the actual plot. You couldn't tell me that was the actual killer. You couldn't tell me that. You couldn't say, "Oh, I knew that was going." Like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. So some of the ones that made the list, you know, and this is probably one of, you know, he's, in my opinion, he's only had really 2 good ones.
I know we're gonna talk about something.
Oh,
yeah.
I already know. I like to solve the puzzle, Pat.
Actually, this is Jeopardy.
It's not holes on a paddle boat. I'm just telling you now.
Holes on a paddle boat. That's a new one.
That's still funny. Like, A Sixth Sense is a good twist movie.
Good one.
Okay.
And Unbreakable.
Yeah, because it sets up for the other one. Okay.
It becomes it's a movie that you don't realize it's a superhero film,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm.
So it's not a horror movie, but still it's a nice twist.
Mm-hmm.
But
Thriller?
a Sixth Sense is a good twist.
Mm-hmm.
I ever tell y'all my story about the Sixth Sense?
I
Oh,
wanna hear
Lord
this.
Jesus.
Campfire.
I
Wait
wanna-
a minute. Wait a minute. Do we need to sign a non-disclosure act before?
No.
I feel like this is gonna be a wonderful campfire story.
So
Listen.
transport yourself back, and Sixth Sense is still in theaters. Like it's
Picture
taking the
it
world over
quickly.
slowly.
1929.
Wow.
Where
My
movies
brother
only
goes-
cost a quarter. You know.
My brother gets a ticket and he's gonna go to see the Sixth Sense. When his homeboys had already seen it, was just like, "Yo, is it good?" And he's like, "Yeah." All you gotta know is like Bruce Willis a ghost the whole time, and he's like, "Oh, bet." He said, "I thought that was
Wow.
like a minor detail, not the whole fucking
Wow.
movie."
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a villain. And I
That's-
respect that.
That's an arch villain.
No,
that's
that's what it-
some next
that's what
level
it-
shit.
That's the origin story.
That's one of the moments you're sitting in a movie theater and you're looking at him, staring him down the entire time.
Entire time.
No, it's worse. It's the realization when he looks to you in disgust and he looks over you like, yes, yes.
I want you to know it was me.
I had a friend who would do that all the fucking time. Well, I don't know how old you guys are, but you guys watch Degrassi, like the.
I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there was the episode when, spoiler alert, JT dies. But like years later, the episode when JT dies, and they were advertising for like a week or two. One of the main characters is gonna die, but you can't get any hints who it's gonna be because it's just like, damn, who's gonna die? And finally, the episode shows up. I missed it. I didn't get a chance to watch it. And then one of my homegirls, I was just like, "Oh my god, did you see Degrassi?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." "Oh my god, JT dies." I was like, "Bitch, I literally just said I did not see that."
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh my god, I'm just like, I literally just said I did not see the damn episode.
And they just ran with it. They
It was like, "Oh my god,
I
JT
have to tell
dies."
this.
Like that was a moment
I
of,
gotta get this out. You just gonna have to take this out.
that was a
JT died,
moment, that was a
sorry.
moment of, I heard exactly what you said, but you're gonna catch this fire.
When you have people that do that, like in Cinematic Assassin's case and in Greg's case, you just
Shame. 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 Shame.
I'm like, JT died, and so did our friendship, asshole.
Immediately.
I no longer know you.
It's only a true friendship if you one up him though. That he comeuppance is needed.
He's like, I was with.
I know who the real baby daddy is.
And hold it. So we'll start with our griot to horror. Give me 2 movies that had twists.
Don't
that
you
didn't
take it
see
from
coming.
me, lady. Don't take this from me. Don't take this from me.
Already.
Don't take it from me. I heard you several times in my head, but you're gonna take it. Go ahead, take it. Go ahead.
So for those who don't know, if you've seen The Blackening, you should know what they're talking about. It was just
I'm not.
it's that mental
Oh,
thing.
I will act. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to actually try to go off the beaten path, and go with His House
Okay.
on Netflix.
Mhm,
Since I'm being threatened.
mhm.
And,
That's a
It
twist you didn't think of.
no. It was a strongly worded plea.
it was a threat, but it's okay.
I don't know that was a plea, but okay.
Thank you, Will. You a truth speaker, yo.
Hmm.
And Eli.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to sprinkle Fallen on there. I got some others, but I want to. I'm trying to go up the beaten path and not go with like.
That's
things I
actually
like
good.
watching.
Fallen is a good. You're actually mad because you're just like,
Oh,
Let me scratch that one off my list.
I need more. I
No,
was like,
no, watch.
If
No,
ever
that one's
there
a good
should
one
have been
to
a
watch.
sequel. Yes.
Yeah, that's one to watch.
you're stuck. You're just like, I need more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why.
And then
That's
I
why
really
wrote
felt
down.
bad for Brittany Snow. And I'm gonna say one more. Would you rather? I really felt bad for Brittany Snow.
Oh, you took that one.
And again, we
Oh my! See, I thought that was a beaten path. I really didn't think that was off the beaten path.
That
You
one.
see why
the
I asked?
would
That
you
was a
rather?
plea.
Would you rather is a crazy one.
So now
Because,
Kira is now justified.
yeah, it's
I know what I speak on.
I really
She,
felt
wait, Chris, wait a minute. Why would you ask her first?
she's the Creole whore. I was giving her grace.
But she gonna have to
I
deep
really
his
thought
head.
I was going off the beaten path. Like a lot of films I just talked about, a lot of people don't talk about at all.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
it's true.
Yeah, the lady asking you is like asking me in the encyclopedia. It's like you kind of have all the answers, and you think that you're picking the rarest ones, but you're really thinking like everybody else. So I think that's why Kira's mad at you.
I'm not mad. She didn't pick mine. I'm good.
She picked mine.
So
She picked two of yours.
it's just-
Oh, wow,
she
which
picked two of
one?
mine. I had a
So-
list. I'm good. I got a list.
So, Lady Mandalore, you go next.
Well, of course, Saw. I'm taking it.
Mm. That
Taking
is
it.
a good one.
See, but Lainey, that wasn't your first pick?
Okay, I got like 3 or 4 more.
Save some for the class.
I'm just saying. That's all I got. No, I got
First
Saw,
Manny,
and I
now
got.
Kira.
I'm just saying. I know my peoples. It was Saw, and it's oh god, I didn't like it, but it was. I guess it was Signs. Like I didn't like the movie, but it was like, I guess.
Swing
I didn't
away.
really see it coming. Man, what the fuck, my guy? Swing the fuck away. The fuck. You left your house dirty on purpose so the aliens could die?
It's
No,
contaminated.
No,
It was contaminated.
no, it's all contaminated. What? Go see a doctor. What are you doing with your life? Y'all ain't that far out in the sticks. Y'all can't get some kind of mental health care or something like that. What's going on? Love yourself. Y'all going through a depression? Clean your house once. Spill the water on the floor. Like I don't understand. I don't. Anyway.
And then they
those
would
are
have died. Then the damn alien would have killed.
No, the water's on the floor. The water's on the floor. As soon as they walk in,
It would have dried up by then.
we don't know that. She drinks water every day. The mop. Then you don't have to worry about mopping it up. It's method to my madness. I'm telling you, I have a better M. Night Shyamalan script in my head than he actually has out now. I promise that.
We're gonna go to our guest, Greg.
My first pick is going to be Color Out of Space.
Ooh.
Because I had no idea what the fuck I was in for. And I remember are you guys familiar with Chuck Collins?
Yes.
You guys know Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chuck is like one of my big bros. And when we were talking about seeing that movie, it was like, yo, we got to take edibles because I hear this movie is trippy. It was fucking trippy as hell.
Oh wow, that's gonna be my night.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to say anything else. Like, I'm not saying anything about what it's about. Just see that fucking movie.
Lainey, November 3rd, Lainey. November 3rd, Lainey.
I need to get a babysitter. Let's go.
Wow.
And then my second pick will be Angel Heart.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
More so not the revelation of Robert De Niro, but more so revelation of Mickey Rourke's character and finding the mystery, as well as how Lisa Bonet fits into it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good pick. Actually, damn good pick.
Yeah.
Cinematic Assassin.
Okay. Not my forte, but horror twist. Truth or Dare, because the twist is that the little white girl would rather doom the whole world than to just take her L. I hate her for that. And my other one is The Happening, and the twist is that they hired Mark Wahlberg to play a scientist. So, who saw that coming? Boom.
Okay.
All right.
You a mess.
I actually like that second
That
one.
I respect it. I respect it.
Yep.
I feel like Mark Wahlberg's reading level is like R.L. Stein.
Good.
No, let's put some respect on Earl Stein.
Oh,
We ain't getting-
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg is not that bad. I mean, he's gotten some Transformer transgressions, but he's not that bad.
I thought he was bad mouthing R.L. Stein. I'm like,
Listen,
of all
no,
people,
listen.
That's you can't
She
put-
brought up Transformers. He was supposed to be a Texan in that film. Texan.
he couldn't be a
That's just
Texan
such a
Transformer.
great,
If you
such
see,
a
you
great
didn't
Southern
hear that
accent
whole
he was
thing. I
able to
said
do.
Transformer transgressions. Okay, already exceeded that point.
Bam Blur says The Village.
That is a
That's
good one.
another one.
That's a
As
good
far
one,
as
yeah.
twist, as far as movie,
As far as
and-
the twist, yes.
yeah, as far as the twist was cool, but it was a frustrating ass movie.
Yeah.
Imagine me and the wife watching that one on Blu-ray, and then we both say, "What the fuck?" at the same damn time.
Mhm.
I feel like that was the beginning of the downfall for those movies.
It's like, wait a minute. I'm like, is that a paved street? What is going on?
Is that a car? Why is there a car? That's a what? What's going on?
I'm
Yeah, no,
like,
that movie was
what is
wild. That
happening
movie-
right now?
It's the
Mark
hormones.
Wahlberg asking questions like a person that can't form words, but he's stressing it really hard. Just every time he asks, what, who? He's like, I thought he had a speech impediment for the longest time. Like, bruh, just finish your sentence.
Yeah, right. I was saying the same
That's
thing.
him
Bam
acting
Blur.
like
He was like,
brothers.
leave R.L. Stein out of
Yeah.
this. Exactly.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
a national
I like
treasure.
Donnie Wahlberg as an actor. I think he's
Actually,
great.
yeah, he's
Yeah, no,
actually
he's better.
Yeah.
He's
Yo,
much better.
Yes,
I mean,
he is.
and he had better music.
Damn.
He's not lying.
Okay. Okay,
I
stop.
mean, when you only got
We
one
gotta-
hit, you got one hit versus three
I
albums.
respect-
Let me know when I
saying
lied.
that.
Let me know when I lied.
I respect you so
got
much
the
for
right
saying
stuff.
that.
Just because you got the right stuff.
Oh Lord.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
So-
Good night.
So
I'm
Will,
out.
did you already threw your second one out?
Good vibrations.
Did you-
Yeah. I'm done.
That was a good one,
Okay.
actually. Don't play that one.
Okay. Spartan, give me two.
I had to go through my list because I was like, damn, I wrecked a lot about. First one, 7. 7 will always be
What's
always
in the
be
box?
What's in
Yeah.
the box?
It will always be the twist for me at the end with 7, and that to me is one of the ones that'll be hard to top. The other one is Identity, because for the longest time you did not think it was all in old boy's head.
Yes.
You never saw that
Identity.
coming. They
No.
didn't even hint that.
No, that's two of my favorite. That's two of my favorite movies. Just
That's fact.
Yeah.
those two right there kind of summed up you did not see coming. So
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the twist in Split is that
Actually,
McAvoy
that's
didn't
not
win
bad.
that damn Oscar.
It's fucking good
He
because
played
it's
27 different people and didn't win an Oscar somehow.
Yeah,
He didn't
no.
win a damn acting award.
that's a tragedy.
Ooh.
I'm like, how do you
Yeah,
do
that
that
was
on the
wild.
dime?
I gotta bring up. So that is also how I feel about Oscar Isaac in Moon Knight. How did he not get not one fucking nomination for anything? Because
He played 3 people technically.
that was probably the best performance I've ever seen.
He was doing. I'm like, how does this man? I'm like, it's Paul Dameron. Damn it, he can do this.
But can't even get one freaking nomination. Can't
Like,
be not.
The scene where he leaves the temple when he's like crushing his yarmulke, and I'm just like, yo,
Yeah.
what?
Mm.
Uh,
No, I think when
It's
he
enough.
actually-
It's enough to watch that scene again because it's like this was intense.
no, I think it's actually when he realized that his mom died.
Yeah,
When he kind of switched.
Mm.
it's that moment.
That one.
This
got
guy's
it.
acting. The Mist.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Mist.
That actually depressed me. I ain't gonna lie. The very first one,
Yeah, man.
That actually-
Oh my god.
I cannot even lie to you.
that is one of the most fucked up endings I've ever seen.
What?
Till this day, to this day, I wish
That's one of those things you can only watch. You should only watch once, and that's it.
Yeah, that's kind of a throwaway.
It's that ending to The Mist literally has you get the fuck out of here. And it wasn't just one moment. It was literally like 3 moments. It was like 2 more moments after that. You just like, you got.
My favorite moment in the ending was the white woman in the caravan.
That was one of the moments. That was one of the moments. I'm like, you got fucking kidding me.
Facts.
With that, we just talked about the arch villain that dropped a few hints before you go to the movie theater. That's basically The Mist.
Oh,
The Mist is the movie is the arch villain the entire time, dropping hints till you get to the end. You're like, ain't this about
Facts.
It was like it's realizing you have no more bullets.
Mm-hmm.
You killed everybody, including your son. Your wife's already dead. Mm-hmm. Seeing that the military is coming in and basically cleaning up, and finding out the one woman, that one damn Karen, made it alive.
That one damn Carol. That's why.
You just like
jumping under a tank tread, not doing it.
Just like, let me just lay here.
Dang, I had another one too. The Thing. Dang, The Thing was another one.
The Thing is one of those movies. The Thing is a masterclass. Because to this, you still like. There's conversations still. It was even in our chat that we're like, wait a minute.
He killed it. Was the Thing really old boy at the end? Was he old boy, or was he the one holding the blowtorch?
Was it Kurt Russell or was it Keith David? Which hold on,
I still say it was Kurt Russell.
I'm glad we don't know.
I say Keith David. Yeah. I can't say it's Keith David because again, in every scene, he passed every blood test. Whenever Kurt Russell did it, something always happened. That's what always made me think he did it. That's always not to go down that rabbit hole. I'm just saying.
I mean, if you watch the one where they had like that was the prequel to The Thing.
Yeah, it was a prequel.
That was the prequel.
I have another Kurt Russell one. Death Proof. I did not see that beat down coming.
Yeah.
I laughed my ass off, but I
was cheering
for facts.
I was like,
well deserved.
Whooping his ass.
Well deserved.
I was like,
if that wasn't
they showed no mercy.
They beat him like he owed them money.
He just knew he got away with it again. When they got to tearing into him, he tried to plead. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
You was talking that way. You was popping all that shit, nigga. No, he was just like it was the drop kick that she gave. I'm like, yo, go ahead, Rosario. My girl. She gave a whole. She was like, "No, keep him right there. Let me give him this drop kick." Pow.
Would you consider Old a horror movie?
Yes.
Old. Yeah.
Then I will put that in consideration.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scream.
I mean, absolutely.
Such a classic.
Because it's all the horror movie genre, except at the end, which they kind of lied off all the rules.
Yeah. And I love that they went that right. That Scream is still, even though it was on our franchise list, it still hasn't petered out because they managed to like keep it refreshing. And I'm like, okay, and now like, oh, Nev Campbell's not in that last one. She doesn't need to be. She's had enough of this shit.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm moving. I left this town for a reason.
and they should have killed old girl. It should have been boom boom.
She was like, "There's no way I'm staying around here. I've watched everyone around me die. I'm not coming here. This is how you do this.
I've learned.
Boom. I learned. I showed y'all what to do. Double tap. Walk away. I'm leaving. I'm going
like nobody.
She was like, she went in the boondock. She disappeared. She tried.
Nobody consider who was still left over though. I'm like that's horror movie logic. Who remained? Who remained nine times?
Who remained and who decided to stay? Right. Damn it, Dewey. Why did you?
It's like the most
that man. I was just like, so you're just gonna keep losing
All right.
Mhm.
feelings in all your limbs until this is just done. Is it not
Mhm.
happy till you're done?
What is it? A turd blowing in the wind.
Damn.
Gross.
Mhm.
No
Yo.
arms, no legs.
No arms.
The smell.
Just a turd blowing in the wind.
I feel like y'all can make that into a commercial. Lord today.
I have to talk to Venom about it.
Yeah.
Final Destination 5
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
was a twist.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Very good.
Is as comedic as it went as the series went on. That fifth one, bringing it back around, was the twist I didn't see coming.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And I was just
watched that one.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm like, that explains a couple things because as I seen it in the theater, and I'm like, it looks slightly dated, and I thought it was just the way they shot it or whatever. And I'm like, who still uses a flip phone at that time anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, and when it got around, and I'm like, makes sense.
Genius.
There it is. You figured it out. Death comes full circle. They played on that.
Death is a sore loser.
Facts.
Death
Here's
is a
one.
sore loser. That's all that was.
Here's one that has always been on the top of my list because it makes me laugh. Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a
Cabin
great-
in the Woods was fully the twist I did not, and it twisted and it kept twisting, and I'm like, this is good.
Like that, as much as we can hate on him, which he
Yeah.
deserves,
Yeah.
it's such a classic Joss Whedon type of story.
Yeah.
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 Because
I
it
mean,
was plenty of what the F moments in that movie.
Mhm.
And they were very
I mean,
clever.
he's a good writer. Yeah, he's a good writer. He's a
Very
very
right.
good writer.
Questionable human
Trash.
being. Questionable human being, but great
Great
writer.
writers. Great
I
writers.
said-
Right.
I just said trash.
Mhm.
I'll toss in Malignant.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I
that
keep
was.
seeing that. What the hell is that movie about?
Oh,
Girl,
man.
see it. Let's not talk about
You
it.
gotta
Girl,
watch it.
that's it. Girl, see it.
It is literally one of those moments.
And then see it, and then see it also high as well. See it.
I was like, I thought who's gonna play the archville in this one? Who's gonna give Kira the clue?
Well, I'm gonna say
You
No
can't
clue.
properly be prepared.
you can't.
Because even when you see the trailer, you're like, okay, but when you actually see it, you're like, wait, what the?
And it goes back crazy too.
You do
It
not
back
see it
crazy.
coming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If
You do not
we
see
give
it
you
coming.
anything, that's just homeboy that told my brother about Bruce Willis.
I wonder if they're still friends.
Absolutely not.
Orphan is probably a good one.
Yeah.
The first
That was kind of obvious, though.
Which
That
one?
was obvious.
I'm not
You
gonna lie.
didn't, you didn't expect her to be an older lady, though.
I did not. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. All right.
I don't even remember it.
You,
I just thought she was like,
Oh, Orphan. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I
I
thought she
don't
was
know why
like
my
Macaulay
mind went
Culkin.
to Orphanage.
I thought she was like Macaulay Culkin in The Good Son. I was just like,
Right.
oh, she's just a badass kid. You know? No, she's an old ass lady.
I want to throw in Happy Death Day.
Yes.
That was a fun movie.
That was a good one.
I love that movie.
I definitely didn't see that coming
Happy
at
Death
all.
Day. And then Happy Death Day to You.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Those are very
first one was
underrated
much better.
movies.
No,
Yeah, the first one was great.
The
The
first one
second
was
one wasn't bad though. The second one
No.
wasn't bad. It wasn't as good
It
as
was
the first
it
one,
was
but
more it
wasn't
was
bad.
more it was more slasher comedy,
Yes.
but it was still good.
Yeah.
You know, so it was, especially when you're just like, oh, we just gonna throw the sci-fi into all of it. Like, okay.
And explain it.
I'm like, let's do it. So
I'm surprised no one has said Switchblade Romance.
ooh,
Who's
I forgot
that?
about that one.
High tension.
yeah. High tension's another one, yeah.
Does that make sense though?
It does not. It does not.
It does not
If you
at
go
all.
on twists.
I mean,
It does
sure.
not.
If the criteria is I did not see that coming, absolutely.
I mean, it's right up there with Escape Room. I mean, Escape Room, Tournament of Champions was the same way.
Yeah.
How many of those did they have?
I
in
have
there?
not seen. I have not
Dude,
seen
it was only two
one of these
movies.
movies.
Ooh,
Okay.
crap. what was that one about the people being hunted? And crap, it's gonna come to me in a minute. I had on to
it came out like right before the pandemic.
Oh, Hostel.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hostel.
Yeah. Talking about they was actually hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hostel.
The Descent.
Oh, another one.
Because when
the original one too.
Yeah,
the original when she dies.
Yeah. Because they kind of throw you they kind of throw you a curveball with that second one too. You're just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? Why are y'all going back?
I have one that if you guys have seen it, y'all hate me for bringing this up. A Serbian film.
I have not.
I've heard of that. Wait, is that's one of the banned ones, isn't it?
Yeah. It sounds like
we might as well go. What is it? Martyrs as well? Like, nah.
Here's the thing: a Serbian film, as sick and twisted as it is, when you just watch it. No, I'm not saying just watch it, but if you just watch it in terms of the plot and the way it's presented, it's like it is actually a pretty solid movie. But it's just the shit that happens in it, where it's just like
blows
why
your mind.
And then the very end, like the final like peak of how sick can this movie get? It's like what? It's one of those things where whether you like it or not, you cannot recommend it.
You can't.
Ridiculous.
Rubber is a twist, but it's such a like what the
That is one of the most interesting turn a frown upside down that I've ever read.
Okay, I was going to ask, is that like on Human Centipede level?
No,
nothing.
It's the depravity. It's on. Wait a minute. The one with the remote when the two killers.
Oh, that one. That pissed me off.
Kind of funny games.
Yes, thank you.
Funny game. Yeah,
like funny games.
That one pissed me off. That pissed me off.
Those kind of movies, I'm good. Because like that realistic bullshit, like I told you, like to me, that's something like The Strangers actually is a scary movie.
Strangers,
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Funny games, all that. But yeah. For the topic,
funny games made me just like I'm done. I'm good. Because it had you thinking like, okay, you got it. Then next they pick up the remote.
Wait. Yo, what do you look up? A Serbian film? What'd you look up?
You looked it up.
Absolutely.
Hey, I listened to Greg. Greg said you don't want to watch it, so I'm good.
He just watched it.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Absolutely.
What did you look up?
She just looked it up.
Serbian film, of course.
The box.
Why would I look at it?
Girl.
Oh,
unless you want to sleep at night and actually feel like you have a soul.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, the collector is really cool. The
collector's great. Because it is.
Yes, it is.
You're just like, how long?
Y'all just gonna leave me here alone?
We're trying to bring you out of that pit,
ma'am.
Thank you. You're the one who put yourself in it.
Here is having the more you know moment. Friends don't let friends watch a Serbian film.
I dead told you I wouldn't recommend.
He did. I feel like it's a horror movie. He did say, "Don't open the box."
He really did. He really did.
So
you heard me. I said that's the strangest turn a frown upside down moment. Why? Why did you do it to yourself?
And you still watching it? It was like
dying right now. That is ghosted, dude.
You gotta stop looking at it.
She can't look away. It's worse than The Conjuring. She can't look away.
You gotta scrub your phone now. You can't just.
Starving in third world countries.
You better start watching black funny sitcoms for the rest of the night.
That's bad.
For the rest of the night.
Oh my god.
Today's episode brought to you by Trump.
You people.
She about to take a walk tomorrow.
I can't look anybody in the eye at work tomorrow. I work with animals. Like I can't.
Ooh, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, right.
God.
That's gonna be rough.
I can't breathe, bro.
What about the others?
I was gonna say, yeah, the others is another one. The others
Yeah.
is a good one.
Sure. Tentacle porn. Sure. Change the subject. No problem.
Damn, what is happening?
Sure.
That's
Sure. No problem.
taking a mental health day
Girl,
tomorrow.
get
It says wait.
Everclear. Instead of water, get some
Mari
Everclear.
says, your FBI agent called. Like to you to stop. He's taking a mental health day tomorrow. Thanks to you.
Nick, book my appointment too. You know that number.
Yo,
Put
I'm
me
in
in the
tears
book.
right now, yo.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Hilarious.
See, I listened to the man. The man said don't watch it, so I didn't look at it. So
I was about to say, I don't know why.
I just wanted to see what he was about. I didn't want
Yeah.
Yo, how's this shit on the internet? Like, I don't understand.
I feel like Greg should just put on a jigsaw mask and go, I told you not to look at it, but you did it.
Now you must look into the box. The key will set you free.
I see it now.
30 seconds.
The keys at the bottom of the bathtub. What?
I'm going to tell you a movie you shouldn't watch. You have a smartphone in your hand.
Oh my god.
You can choose to watch it, or you can choose to have the mind bleach.
That was some Pandora's box shit, yo. That was...
It's always a box. It's always a box. I don't know what it is about the people about serial killers and boxes, but there's always a box involved.
Mm-hmm.
It's a box with a red button that nobody cannot seem to walk away from.
That's why I couldn't be a homicide detective. Like, we can't seem to find him. I said, look for the damn box. What box? Any box. It's always a box.
There's always a box.
reasoning.
Either a shoe box or a safe or some shit. It's a box.
It looks like it's not supposed to be there, but it's supposed to be there by his terms. But it's a box. Just me. You know, so, man. So before we get out of here, man. Greg,
I hate her a little bit right
Greg,
now. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, we tried to tell you not to go.
You can't tell me not to look at things. I gotta look at things. I gotta figure it out.
We won't put that in your head.
I've come to talk to you.
Watch
again.
Loki tonight.
I watched the trailer.
Watch
I
Bobby
shouldn't watch.
Right. So, Greg, tell everybody where they can find you. Wait, before you do that, I gotta play this one. I gotta get into the habit of doing this.
Wrap up protocol initiated, Captain.
All right, there we go.
Oh my god.
You got new graphics and shit.
I told you, wait till you come on the show. Where can everybody find you?
So, my Twitter, Greg and Elysee, that you see right there under my name. Or you can find me on IG, Greg Day. And on Facebook, Greg A. Elysee. If you want to check out my books, my website is webwaycomics.ecwid.com. You'll get all my Znana books, merch, and so on and so forth. And Amazon, you can type in my name. You'll see what books show up that you can go and support and so on.
That's what's up. It's good stuff. I implore you to watch or read it. Don't watch.
Don't watch Serbian film.
Don't watch it.
Should implore you.
Take my word for it.
Don't even read about it. Obviously.
Don't even read about it. Exactly.
Sure.
I made that mistake several years ago, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
I have a teacup in my hands. I'm
The whole
saying,
thing?
don't watch it. Clean.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I don't need this. There's a reason. When they say banned, it's for a reason. I don't need that action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kira has seen the light.
Yeah.
Or the darkness.
The darkness. Griot the horror, Lanny from Getting by Heart. Tell them where they can find you. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
afraid for you tonight, Kira.
Don't pray for me. It's too late. I've been unsaved, but this shit is just. I'm on a whole nother level now. It's just whatever.
I've been unsaved.
Yo,
Jesus
loves you.
Hallelujah.
All right, y'all. It is Lainey. I am Lainey from Geek by Heart. Me and my husband run Geek by Heart on YouTube. Catch us there. We do a lot of trailer reviews and we talk about a lot of geek stuff and especially movies. You can also catch us on IG. You can catch us on, I was about to say Twitter, but we're really not there. You can catch us on TikTok. That's what it was. And you can catch Jay. Actually, he is playing God of War Ragnarok now, and he plays on Fridays after 6 and Sundays after 12. So if you catch us on Geek by Heart, you will catch him there too.
Right. Oh, my second in command. She's got to scrub her eyeballs after this one.
Yo, dude, I know how to dilute bleach just enough. Just enough. It doesn't cause long-term harm, but it gets rid of the bacteria. Anyway.
Interesting.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Jesus. You can find me on Instagram at that thing here, a room full of blurs. I have a podcast that I do live on the Lord's Day Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
I will be having service. I may get I don't think I'm gonna get a priest. I might get a pastor. Not sure. Haven't decided.
A priest, a rabbi, and a pastor.
Yeah.
You can get the Holy Trinity.
That is way much of a joke.
To the sanctuary.
Oh boy.
You need Marvin Sapp.
God damn, it just sits there.
She needs a pulpit, a pulpit, a sanctuary, and rosary beads.
Lego before him. Yes.
Kirk Franklin had to make a surprise visit.
Yeah.
I know we can find Donnie McClurkin on Sundays.
No, I'm good. I'm good. He can't come to my house. And Lord, TikTok is also a place just like Instagram. My name on there is Child of Mandalore. I do voice acting and I post some of the same stuff that's on Instagram on there too. So yeah. Oh, yeah. Child of Mandalore, also a podcast. Look for it on the thing. I'm trying to shorten this up as much as I can. That movie is atrocious.
It sticks with me.
Atrocious.
Look,
it is atrocity.
I said it in the chat. There's a reason why I fast forward through Human Centipede, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need that.
Another one that you can only watch once.
I didn't need that action. I didn't need that.
No, I've never needed to or will ever watch that movie.
I tried to watch the sequel. That sequel is worse.
The sequel was worse, and so from what I heard, the sequel is worse, and the third one is just as bad. And I'm like, who is greenlighting this?
3 movies about people getting their lips stitched to assholes. What is going on?
Because of Sukiana.
Why?
The napkins.
Groceries, man. You gotta
talk to your cousins because y'all need Jesus or something. I don't know. Jesus ain't enough.
Like groceries.
Right.
I'll talk to Bastin tonight. Because good Lord. We'll be watching the Cinematic Assassin. Talk to the people.
Yeah. You can find me at Mayhem Media. That's MAYEHEM Media. Doesn't matter what site you're on. The tag's gonna be the same. I talk movies and comics and TV shows, and most importantly to me, Funko and collectibles. I stay in the know, so I can tell you where to get it for the low. Dang, that came off the top. That was good. Bars. Outside of that, man, I always like to stress that mental health is important. So please, take your meds, take your PTO, never watch a Serbian film, and whatever else you do, lean into learning, lean into laughter, lean into love, and we'll make this thing a better place.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Spartan, talk to the people.
It's gonna stick with here for a while. Yes, it's I, Black Spartan, Blackbox 447 on all socials. Pretty much do reviews on almost everything. Even gym stuff, because your boy was rushing like hell to get here because I was taking too long in the gym. Aside from that, of course, my podcast, How the Frick We Got Here and Get Big, can both be found on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. All those podcasts can be found wherever podcasts can be seen or heard, depending on where you get them from. Again, blurdsedeyeview.org as well, because I cover wrestling. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. So shout out to Miss Kitty for that one. Again, I cannot stress this enough about sharing, being word of mouth. Word of mouth advertising works. Just don't like something, share it. Let other people know about it. Again, con season, 3 simple rules. Again, respect the cosplayer. Number 2, wash your ass. Number 3 is the same rule I have for myself. Simply put, be nice, be kind, don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Bama,
I am so busy looking at the comments.
Bama, no, don't do it.
Oh Lord, Bama.
No, Burr. You
not
should
gonna
see
like
Burr.
it.
Burr asked you to actually review it.
Jesus.
I said no. Sorry.
Whew. It is your man on the wall, Chris Fury. Thank you for tuning in to everybody. Thank you to the crew for stopping through. Thank you to Greg. Check out It's Nana right now. Go pick it up any convention floor, any stores that's carrying it. And if they're not, tell them to get it. Check out his site, pick it up from him. There's some great stuff, especially if you're really into African folklore and African deities. You want to check this out. Man, it's just, I'll never get What About the Johnsons out of my head neither. Wow. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. If this was your first time here, thank you for watching us. Show your love on the YouTube channel and the hit that subscribe button and that notification bell as well. You'll be seeing this show on YouTube. You can also check us out on Always Press Record. You can check out our new show, Blurred News Network, coming up really soon on Blurred Station. What's Blurred Station? Blurred Station is the next upcoming streaming service that's Black owned and Black and POC BIPOC creatives, bringing all level of shows, music, anime, comics, you name it. It's the new Black Hollywood. Go there, join to the Affinity membership program. Go to Blurred's Eye View. You can pick any of us on the crew, and guess what? $10.99, 36 months. You know what that gets you? A share of the company. Netflix can't promise you that. Hulu can't promise you that. Disney Plus, Amazon, or Apple TV. None of these people can promise you that. You get paid for what you love. And you don't get canceled shows neither, like Lovecraft Country or Watchmen. You get to watch great stuff like the Undead Horizon coming soon, Blurred News Network coming soon, and other great programs. Robo Lobo is another one that's coming up. So we're also running the voice actor department. So once the word starts going down, we're getting ready to shoot for Robo Lobo. Come hit your boy up because I'm running that division as well. Damn Serbian film. Anyway, thank you to Greg for stopping through. I hope you had fun, brother.
I had a blast, man. Thanks for having me.
Man, check us out every Tuesday and every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We are down to what? 6 more shows before the end of the season.
What?
Yeah, 26 episodes go by quick, don't it?
Man.
So check us out. Oh man, the comment section always blows up. Look at that. Look, yep, DNN. That's right. That's right, Tafari. Tell them thank you for the 400 and still climbing. So thank you for that. Oh no, Bama. That's what she was saying.
That's
oh,
what I was saying. Don't do it.
Jesus,
I like
Marion,
Joseph. Fantasy, baby, Amanda.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
I can't save everybody. I mean, what you saw my face for a good 5 to 10 minutes. It's not a joke.
That's
anyway.
The rest of the day.
Remember to educate yourself and others, which we tried to do here. Entertain yourself and others. We did that. And most of all, encourage yourself and others. We encourage you not to watch the Serbian film.
Lord.
Until next Tuesday, we will check y'all out 8 p.m. Eastern. See y'all later.